The Amazon River is not just a river. It is a living system so vast, so powerful, that it reshapes land, climate, and life itself. Stretching across an entire continent, the Amazon carries more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined. It breathes moisture into the sky, feeds the world's largest rainforest, and supports millions of lives, human and wild. This is not merely a body of water. This is the beating heart of Earth. The Amazon River is not just the largest river on Earth. It is a moving world of water, stretching over 6,000 kilometers, cutting through the heart of South America like a living artery. From the Andes Mountains to the Atlantic Ocean, its waters connect glaciers, rainforests, cities, and indigenous lands into one continuous system. In some places, the river narrows into winding channels. In others, it expands into a horizon so wide that the opposite bank disappears from sight. Here, water does not simply flow, it dominates the landscape, shaping everything that exists around it. The Amazon River is not just the largest river on Earth. It is a moving world of water, stretching over 6,000 kilometers, cutting through the heart of South America like a living artery. From the Andes Mountains to the Atlantic Ocean, its waters connect glaciers, rainforests, cities, and indigenous lands into one continuous system. In some places, the river narrows into winding channels. In others, it expands into a horizon so wide that the opposite bank disappears from sight. Here, water does not simply flow, it dominates the landscape, shaping everything that exists around it. Along the banks of the Amazon River, life moves to a different rhythm. Here, the river is not just water, it is a road, a marketplace, a source of food, and a lifeline. Entire communities exist in harmony with its rise and fall, adapting their lives to the pulse of the rainforest itself. For centuries, indigenous tribes have depended on the Amazon, not as a resource to be conquered, but as a living system to be respected. Fishing, farming, and travel all follow ancient knowledge passed down through generations. When the rainy season arrives, the river transforms. Water levels rise by several meters, flooding forests and turning trees into islands. Fish swim between branches, and boats travel where land once stood. This seasonal flooding creates one of the most productive ecosystems on Earth. Nutrients spread across the forest, feeding plants, animals, and entire food chains. What looks chaotic is in reality a perfectly balanced cycle. From above, the Amazon reveals its true scale. Thousands of tributaries stretch like veins across the continent, feeding the main river. Together, they form the largest drainage system on the planet. Beneath the surface of the Amazon River, and deep within the surrounding rainforest, exists one of the most complex ecosystems on Earth. The Amazon is home to more species of plants and animals than anywhere else on the planet. Many remain unseen, unnamed, or barely understood. From above, the forest looks calm, but below the canopy, life competes, adapts, and survives in an endless cycle driven by water, heat, and time. The river itself is alive, home to thousands of fish species, including giants that have ruled these waters for millions of years. During flood season, fish move freely into the forest, feeding among the trees, dispersing seeds, and connecting land and water into a single living system. Along the riverbanks, larger predators patrol unseen. Caimans lie motionless at the water's edge. Jaguars move silently through the undergrowth, following ancient hunting routes shaped by the river. The Amazon does not separate land from water. It blurs the line between them. Above the canopy, the Amazon's aerial world unfolds. Birds travel vast distances following the river's path, using it as a natural guide through the endless forest. From the sky, the river becomes a ribbon of life, directing movement, migration, and survival. Every creature here is connected. Remove the river, and the forest collapses. Disrupt the forest, and the river loses its power. The Amazon survives because everything works together, a balance built over millions of years. For thousands of years, the Amazon River existed in balance. Human presence was light, adaptive, and deeply tied to the rhythms of the forest. But in recent decades, that balance has begun to shift. Roads now cut through regions once unreachable. Rivers carry the echoes of chainsaws, engines, and distant cities. What was once shaped only by water and time is now being reshaped by speed and demand. Deforestation changes more than the view from above. Without trees, the soil weakens. Rivers become clogged with sediment. Floods grow stronger, and dry seasons become harsher. The Amazon does not lose trees quietly. It reacts through water, weather, and collapse. Yet the future of the Amazon is not written. Across the basin, indigenous communities continue to protect their land. Scientists monitor the river from above and below. Conservation zones push back against destruction. The Amazon still has time, but only if balance is restored. The Amazon River is more than a place. It is a system that affects rainfall across continents, carbon stored in living forests, and the stability of Earth's climate itself. What happens here does not stay here. The Amazon River is not calm by accident. Its apparent stillness hides enormous power. Beneath the surface, billions of tons of water move relentlessly toward the sea. Currents shift sandbanks overnight. Entire islands are created and erased within a single season. In the Amazon, land is temporary. Only water endures. Unlike most rivers, the Amazon does not follow a single rhythm. It lives by seasons, rising and falling like a slow, unstoppable breath. During the wet season, water spreads across the forest for hundreds of kilometers. During the dry season, the river retreats, exposing hidden beaches and forgotten paths. The forest remembers both. When the sun disappears, the Amazon does not sleep. It transforms. Sounds replace sight. Movement becomes cautious. The river reflects stars instead of clouds. For thousands of species, night is when life truly begins. The Amazon River does more than carry water. It carries climate. Moisture rises from the forest and travels thousands of kilometers as invisible rivers in the sky. Rain that falls in distant lands often begins here. Remove the Amazon, and weather patterns across continents collapse. The Amazon remembers everything. Every flood leaves a mark. Every drought reshapes the soil. Every generation leaves traces along the banks. History here is not written in stone, it is written in water. The Amazon River ignores borders. It flows through nations without permission. Its tributaries connect cultures that may never meet, yet share the same water. What happens upstream will always be felt downstream. Despite everything we know, the Amazon remains unfinished. New species are still discovered. New channels still form. New stories still unfold along its banks. This river is not a relic of the past. It is an active force, still becoming. The Amazon is not a single river. It is thousands of rivers moving as one. Some flow fast and cold from the Andes. Others drift slowly through lowland forests, dark with tannins and memory. When they meet, they do not always mix. They travel side by side, separate but connected, for kilometers. From above, the river reveals its complexity, layers of movement stacked in silence. Time behaves differently along the Amazon. Days are measured by sunlight and rain, years by floods and retreats, centuries by how far the river has shifted its course. Villages appear where water allows them. They vanish when it does not. Here, permanence is an illusion. Adaptation is everything. Millions of people depend on the Amazon River, often without realizing how fragile that dependence is. Cities grow along its banks. Industry follows its flow. Yet the river remembers every change imposed upon it. The question is no longer whether humans can use the Amazon, it is whether they can coexist with it. Scientists warn of a tipping point, a moment when the Amazon could lose its ability to regenerate. Less forest means less rain. Less rain means weaker rivers. And weaker rivers mean the collapse of the system that holds everything together. This is not a distant future. It is unfolding now. The Amazon River does not belong to one country. It does not serve one people. Its influence reaches far beyond its banks, into the atmosphere, into the oceans, into the future of the planet itself. To protect the Amazon is not an act of preservation, it is an act of survival. The Amazon River has flowed for millions of years without witnesses, without borders, without names. It does not ask to be saved, it only responds to what we do. The river will continue, changed or unchanged. The question that remains is not about the Amazon, it is about us.